Hello dear class 3 students, welcome back to our EVS class. So today we'll discuss part 2, lesson 3, main math and natural things. So you can all turn to page 86. Now dear students, after discussing this lesson, we will learn about the main math things and the natural things. As we are all surrounded with many things around us. Do you agree? Right. So whatever things that we have in this earth, we can classify them into two groups. That is man-made things and natural things. Now, before we start, let me give you example and let me give you a brief definition about man-made and natural things. So natural things are which are not made by man. Okay, I'll give you example. Stone. Stone, it is a natural thing because we did not make stone. It was there in nature, right? Now, let's say some examples here. We have some animals, we have fruits. So these are natural things. It was not made by man, but we found this in nature. Okay? Now when we say man-made things, so man-made things are things which are made by man for our comfort, for our use, etc. Let me give example like car. We all like cars, right? We have different types of car. So all these cars are man-made things. We have a house here. We have our clothes. All these are man-made things. Now students, every day when you wake up, when you open the window and when you just look outside, what do you see? We see many things around us. From trees to the hills, we'll see peoples. Now in your own room, you will see bed, chair, table, right? Your clothes, your books, your pen, your pencils. So all the things, students, that we have in this earth, we divide them into man-made and natural things. So like I have said, man-made means things which are made by man. And natural things means which are not made by man. So we are going to see many examples of man-made and natural things. And dear students, it is very important for every class 3 students to be able to differentiate and to be able to distinguish between different things. Either it is a man-made or either it is a natural things. So today, after studying this lesson, I am very sure every one of you will learn about this and you will learn to differentiate between the natural things and man-made things. So we will see examples of the man-made things. Okay? We are going to see some examples of man-made things. So are you all ready? So let's get started. So now students, I know every one of you miss going to classroom, right? So in classroom, every day we see blackboard, right or wrong? So this is a blackboard. You're all familiar with this blackboard, right? So this is blackboard. And here, do you see this? This is a duster. And also we can see a chalk here. So this is the common thing. This is what we see in our classroom. The teacher writes in the blackboard, right? Now whenever the teacher is explaining about fruits, the teacher will write the name of the fruits here and the teacher will draw fruits in the blackboard, right? And then if the teacher has to rub this one, the teacher uses a duster, right? And the teacher writes with pen, pencil. No, the teacher writes with chalk, okay? Chalk, C-H-A-L-K, chalk. And the teacher uses this duster, right? So we see these three, these are very common: blackboard, duster, chalk. So this is an example of man-made things, okay? This blackboard or chalk or duster was not there by itself, just like stone and all, okay? But this was made by man, by people, so that the teachers can write and teach students, okay? The chalk, this was made by a man, so that the teacher can use this chalk to write about the lessons, whatever he's teaching, he or she is teaching in the blackboard. And this duster, now it is also very important, right? Because whenever we write something in the blackboard, and then if we have to change the topic, we have to rub. So we use duster. So these are all man-made things. So men, the people, made all these things for our comfort, for our use. Okay? Now, in the classroom, we also have table, desks, and chair, right? Inside the classroom, apart from blackboard, apart from duster, apart from chalk, we also see desks, table, and chair, right? So desk is where we keep our books, right? And then we write in the desk, right? Chair is where we sit. So all these are man-made. Okay, all these are man-made. So now, students, furnitures. So table, chair, they all come under these furnitures. And at home, dear students, at home, we have table, chairs, right? We have doors, we have cupboards, right? So here are some examples of furnitures you can see, okay? So this is a cupboard, okay? Where you keep your clothes. Now we can see a table there, a chair, right? A bigger chair, right? A smaller table. So these are all furniture. Now, what do you think these furniture are? Are these natural things or are these man-made? So these are all man-made. Okay. Now, who make this one? A carpenter. Okay? A carpenter makes all the furniture. So we can see here how a carpenter is working hard making all the furnitures. Okay? So now when I say furniture, see, you think of the table, chair, the wooden doors, cupboard, the smaller chair or bigger chair, the smaller table or big table, right, students? So these are all man-made things, okay? So students, now I am very sure that you are clear with this. Now, again, you can see here, we can see houses. Now these houses are made of mud, okay? Mud, or we can say mati, okay? In Nagamese, we say mati, or these are made of mud. So dear students, these houses, these houses are made by men. This type of mud houses are made by men. We do not find this type of houses naturally like this, naturally by itself. But these are all man-made. So houses, it can be small, It can be big, it can be medium-sized house, but all the houses are man-made things. Okay? So this is one type of houses that we see here, and it is man-made. Now, we can see buildings, the skyscrapers, right? Which we have learned in our previous chapters. Skyscrapers, the very tall buildings, right? So we can see here tall buildings. Now, do you know which one is the tallest building in this world? Are you excited? So I'm giving an example, okay? I'm giving an example. So the tallest building here is this one. Okay, you can see here, right? So these are also very tall. All these buildings, they have more than 100 floors. Okay, so now out of this we can, the class 3 students, you are smart to find out which is the tallest one, right? So this is the tallest one. And just for your knowledge, for fun facts, do you know the name of this building? It is Burj Khalifa. Okay, and this is the tallest building. And do you know how many stories are there? 163. Do you imagine? 163 floors. So either it may be a tallest building or the smallest house. These are all examples of students, man-made things. Okay? These are all man-made things. So students, now I'm sure you have learned many examples about the man-made things, right? So next, we are going to discuss about the natural things. Now the natural things are things which are not made by man. Okay? Which are not made by man. So are you ready? We are going to see examples of natural things. So here we see water. Okay, you know how water is important? We have learned in our previous chapter that we should drink plenty of water. Because our body, we have different parts. And all the different parts of our body, they play a very important role. And every part of our body, they have to function. And for the proper and normal functioning of our body, we need to drink plenty of water. Okay, so water we can find in river, we see in seas, ocean, ponds, lake, right? So this water is a natural thing. Okay, do you know how to make water? No. It's not a man-made thing. Okay, it's a natural thing. So students, the first example about the natural thing we have learned about water. The next example would be mountain. Okay, so for activity, let us spell this together. Okay, this mountain. M-O-U-N-T-A-I-N. Mountain. So mountain, it is a natural thing. Okay, it's not a man-made thing. It was not made by a man. It was not made by people. But it is a natural thing. So in movies or in magazines or in your books, we see different types of mountains, right? But do you know the example of the mountains that I have shown here is an example. It's an example of the tallest mountain. Okay? And the name of this mountain is Mount Everest. Okay? Now, hills. So these are called hills. Now we have learned in our previous chapter that our state, our beautiful state, Nagaland, is a hilly state, right? So when we just look outside, we see hills, right? So hills, are example of natural things. Okay? Now next, animals. We see different animals here, right? We see, this is very common. It's a pig. Okay? P-I-G, pig. And here we can see cow. Okay? Cow. And here we see dogs. Okay? Dogs. And here, students, we can see insects. Insects. So all these are natural things. They are natural things. It's not a man-made. Okay? All these animals were not made by man. But they are natural things. They are not made by man. So students, that comes to the end of this lesson. And today, we are going to meet one of your friends. Okay? One of your friends. So she is Areni. Okay? She is Areni. So in this lesson, I have explained about the man-made things and the natural things. Right? So Areni today, she's going to list whatever things that she see around her. Okay? And that is also the homework that I'm going to give you. Okay? You can just look out. Open your window and just look out and just list down whatever things you see and differentiate them into natural things and man-made things. So she is Areni. She is also in the 3rd standard, and she is going to list some of the things that she finds in her neighborhood, around her. Okay, let's check what Areni has listed. So students, we can see all the things that Areni has listed, right? So let's see. Okay, so Areni has listed umbrella. So umbrella, we all know it is a man-made thing. It's not a natural. Now Areni has also listed trees. So trees, these are not man-made, right? These are natural things. Okay, now Areni has listed some stones. Stones. Locally we say pathor. Pathor. So stones, these are natural things. Okay? Now, students, this is a cow. C-O-W, cow. So cow is a natural thing. Okay? Now here, are you familiar with this? This one, this is a dragonfly. Okay? D-R-A-G-O-N, dragon. Fly. F-L-Y, because they fly. Dragonfly is a natural thing. These are not man-made. Okay? Now, Areni has also listed a boy and a girl. You can see a cute boy and a cute girl. So they are man-made or natural thing. Any guesses? So they are natural things. Now, there are cups, there are books. Areni has listed some cups and books. So these are also example of man-made things. Okay? The pencil. Okay? We can see a pencil here. This is also example of man-made. Now students, do you see here a flower? Flower. Right? And we can see bee. B-E-E. So these are all example of natural things. So we have seen what Areni have listed, and we were able to differentiate them into man-made and natural things. So dear students, I'm leaving you with a homework. You have to just look around your neighborhood and list down all the things that you find and differentiate them between man-made and natural things, just like your friend Areni did. So that is all for today. See you in the next class. We are going to start a new lesson, which is going to be very, very interesting. Thank you.